Do you know what your automobile insurance policy covers in the event you're involved in an automobile accident? This is Michael Weinreb. This is another video in a series of videos regarding auto accident preparedness. What I'd like to discuss in this video is the topic of understanding your automobile insurance policy. It's critical to know what type of coverage you have on your automobile insurance policy. And the place to look for those coverages is on the policy declaration page. Most people don't even know where to find their coverage. So you pull out your policy declaration page and review your coverages. What I want to explain first is liability coverage. There's two parts to it. There's bodily injury protection and there's property damage protection. This is a fault provision, which only applies if you're at fault in an accident. And what it does, it's meant to make you judgment proof, so that if you cause injury to someone and it's your fault, that they can't sue you and collect your assets. That's the whole intent and purpose of that provision. The minimum state law requirement for bodily injury coverage is $15,000 per person, $30,000 for the entire accident for bodily injury, and $5,000 for property damage. Let's say you're in an accident where you're driving your vehicle, you're stopped at a light, someone's in a crosswalk, you just don't see them, and you do one of the right turns and you run them over. They're going to sustain pretty serious injury, if not very serious injury. And what the state law requires, 1535, just will not cover that injury. And so the attorney for the party that was injured is going to be looking to you to be compensated. And they'll look at your employment, and if you're employed, they'll seek to get a judgment and then garnish your wages. If you own a house and have equity, they'll seek to collect the equity in your house. And so clearly, a minimum policy will not make you judgment proof for almost all injuries. I recommend a minimum of $100,000, $300,000 as liability coverage with an umbrella or excess liability policy of $1 million or more. You can lower that if your assets don't warrant it. But most people are employed and a wage garnishment is no good. Clearly a minimum of $100,000, $300,000 if not more is my recommendation. Now with respect to property damage, let me give you an example. You rear end a Rolls Royce. If you have the minimum limits, it covers $5,000 for that car. That's not even going to cover the bumper. Let's say you cause $100,000 in damage. Well, the other party's not going to accept your $5,000. They're going to come after you for the difference. It's another reason you want to have good coverage and have $100,000, $300,000, and at least $100,000 for property damage, if not more. Feel free to call my office. I'll give you a free consultation and review your policy. You can fax it or email it to me. I'd be more than happy to review it and make recommendations to you. Now's the time to do it before an accident happens. You'll know what your coverages are. It'll be an informed decision buying this insurance rather than just not knowing what you have. Be prepared.